There's something quietly eating away at your brand's profits. And the crazy part is, it's probably hiding in the one place you'd think to look for good news, your own performance dashboards. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this trap of retailer attribution, and more importantly, show you how to get out of it.
So let me ask you this, because it's a question that probably keeps a lot of brand leaders up at night. You look at your dashboards and everything looks amazing. Your return on ad spend, your ROAS, is through the roof. But then you look at the actual company P&L, the bottom line, and the story is, well, not so great. What on earth is going on? And this is usually where the confusion really kicks in. You've got your Amazon team over here celebrating a massive 250% ROAS. At the same time, your Walmart team is high-fiving because they hit 180% on the exact same product in the same week. Both platforms are taking credit for the win, but wait a minute. They can't both be right. Somebody's math is off. And this is the painful result. While the marketing teams are celebrating these awesome-looking vanity metrics, the finance team is looking at the reality, a 6% drop in margins. This huge disconnect is the absolute heart of the problem. It's what the source material for this explainer calls performance myopia.
So, what's really causing this? Well, it's not just about the media fees you see on your invoices. Oh no, it's actually a series of hidden taxes that are just systematically draining your profits. Let's break them down.
First, let's just be super clear on what we mean by walled gardens. We're talking about these really sophisticated analytics platforms from the big retailers. And yeah, they offer powerful insights, but there's always a trade-off, right? In exchange for those insights, they get to keep your data, they control how you measure success, and ultimately, they lock in your budget. The first hidden cost, honestly, this one's the sneakiest, is the attribution inflation tax. This is basically what you pay platforms for taking credit for sales that were gonna happen anyway. You are literally paying for customers you already had.
So, just how big is this tax? Well, get ready for this. One CPG brand dug in and found that a staggering 58% of its attributed Amazon sales were not incremental at all. They were paying a 58% tax on their own organic demand. That's millions of dollars just flushed right down the drain.
Okay, next up is the negotiation leverage tax. Think about it. When the vast majority of your media budget is going to just one or two massive platforms, you lose all your bargaining power. They set the terms, they set the prices, and you kind of just have to accept them.
And finally, there's the innovation lockout tax. This is all about the opportunity cost of being trapped inside someone else's ecosystem. These walled gardens, they innovate for their business model, not for yours. They're built to capture your budget, not to drive your profitable growth.
I mean, just think about it logically, right? Why would Amazon ever help you manage your ad frequency on Walmart? Why would Walmart go out of its way to credit a TikTok ad for an in-store sale? They won't, because providing that kind of real, holistic insight actually weakens their grip on your ad spend.
Okay, so that's the problem, and it's a big one. It's pretty bleak, but there is a way out. It's a strategy called the Hedged Garden, and it's all about helping you regain control, protect your data, and get your profitability back on track.
Let's just put these two models side by side. It's a night and day difference, really. In a walled garden, the retailer controls everything, your data, your measurement. But in a hedged garden, you own it. You shift from their biased attribution model to measuring true incrementality. In innovation, it becomes centered around what your brand needs, not what the platform wants.
And this isn't just some abstract theory. It's a practical, step-by-step framework. First, you secure your own data. Then you use a neutral clean room to match audiences without ever exposing sensitive info. Next, you activate those audiences wherever they are, not just on one platform. And finally, you measure the true impact in a closed loop. It's a complete system for taking back control.
But look, this isn't just about new technology. It's about a whole new way of thinking. We have to stop chasing these vanity metrics and start focusing on the one thing that actually drives real growth: incrementality.
This quote from the source material just says it all perfectly. Chasing a high ROS inside a walled garden is like chasing a mirage in the desert. It looks real, it feels good, but at the end of the day, it's going to lead you absolutely nowhere.
So what is the actual difference here? It's subtle, but it's incredibly profound. Attribution just says a customer clicked an ad and then they bought something. Incrementality, on the other hand, proves the customer about the product because of your ad. That little gap between and then and because of, that's where all of your profit is hiding.
For years, this has been the go-to question in every single marketing meeting. It's simple, it's easy to see on a dashboard, but as we've just seen, it is deeply, deeply flawed and misleading.
This is the question that the winning brands are asking now. It's strategic. It's forward-looking. It forces you to hunt for true, profitable growth, not just pat yourself on the back for sales that were probably coming your way anyway.
So really, it all comes down to a choice, a simple choice. There are two paths you can take from here, and it's up to you to decide which one is right for your brand.
Option A is the easy way out, right? Just keep doing what you're doing, stay inside the retailer walls, and just hope for the best. Option B is the smart way forward. You take control of your own data and you measure what actually matters. One is about optimizing a campaign. The other is about protecting your entire business. And here's the uncomfortable truth of it all. The whole privacy argument for walled gardens, it's often just a shield. What they are really protecting is their business model and their ability to set the price for access to your own customers.
And this right here is the key takeaway. The future doesn't belong to the brands with the prettiest dashboards. It belongs to the ones who truly understand the fundamental difference between revenue that is just attributed and profit that is actually incremental.
Look, the walls of these gardens are starting to crumble. The technology to build your own system, your own gates, it's here right now. The power is shifting. So the only question left is, are you going to be the one building the keys, or are you just going to wait for permission? The future of your brand really depends on it.